We retired here in 1997, and I had just retired, took an early retirement from a career as a medical microbiologist, and found that I had a lot of time on my hands. Our children had gone off to school, and I thought I might like to paint a Christmas card, actually. And I did that. It was in watercolor, and a number of my neighbors said they framed it, which surprised me. So my husband encouraged me. He said, you know, this is something you'd really love to do. Why don't you get some appropriate equipment and try it? What I began to find, my work at first was rather primitive. And then as I learned the Cape and would go around the Cape, there's so much beauty here, the marsh, the beaches. I really switched over to oil painting and doing typical Cape Cod scenes. Over the years now, I think I've been painting about 14 years now. And I've been in different galleries. Some galleries closed down. I did very well, as did the other artists right here in town. And something I did that I noticed not many artists did was on the art print, on the reproduction art print, tell the story of either the beach or the marsh or what's happening with erosion on the Cape, and had a nice little narrative on the back, and I think that seemed to appeal to folks. And after a few years, about 3 years, I realized I had materials, both the paintings and the narrative, that could evolve into a book. And that was Cape Cod and the islands, where beauty and history meet. So it's about not only Cape Cod, but Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. With the paintings, it has about 50 paintings, but it has a lot of the backstories that I think most people who come to the Cape don't really appreciate. You know, when you're sitting on a beach out in Brewster or on Nauset Beach, most people have no sense of how fragile those beaches are. So I tried to get a little bit of that into the narrative as well. And a lot of other people, my age or younger, but people who have retired, have found art in later years. And from the stories they tell, they had high-stress jobs, either as a corporate manager or an attorney, doing jobs that were fairly stressful, as was mine, because in medicine there's no margin for error, and how they found painting as a source of relaxation. They always loved it, never had time in life with family or whatever. I never expected that I would one day be painting, but it was just try it and work on it. Maybe take a workshop. There are wonderful teachers on the Cape. Do a workshop and you may be surprised. I think the absolute beauty of Cape Cod has been a huge inspiration for my painting. I'm not sure if I would be painting otherwise. There is literally beauty at every turn. I'm Kathryn Kleekamp, and I'm Sandwich Local.